Gentlemen, let me ask you something honestly. At this stage in your life, do you truly believe your value is measured by money, appearance, or how young you can look? Because if that's what you've been told, it's time to unlearn it. The modern world has convinced men that their worth declines with age, that unless you have wealth, status, or youth, you fade into the background. But that belief is not truth. It's conditioning, and the moment you see through it, everything changes. Because there is a different kind of power, one that doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within, and most men never access it. Not because it's difficult, but because no one ever taught them where to look. The hidden advantage of the mature man. Here's the reality most people won't say out loud. A man who has lived, who has faced hardship, loss, responsibility, and growth, carries something younger men cannot fake. Depth. While younger men are still trying to prove themselves to the world, you've already seen enough to stop seeking approval, and that alone changes how you move, speak, and exist. There is a quiet authority that comes with experience. Not loud, not performative, not desperate, just grounded. And that grounded energy is something people feel immediately, especially women, because in a world full of noise, insecurity, and constant validation seeking, calm presence stands out like silence in chaos. The shift most men never make. There is one principle that separates the respected man from the overlooked one. It's simple. You stop needing anything from anyone. This doesn't mean you become cold or distant. It means you are no longer dependent. Not on approval, not on validation, not on outcomes. You engage with life without clinging to results. This is what creates true confidence. Not forced confidence, not rehearsed confidence, but natural, unshakable confidence. Because when a man no longer needs something, he becomes powerful in a way that cannot be manipulated. 3 behaviors that destroy a man's presence. Let's be direct. Many men weaken themselves without realizing it. Not because they lack ability, but because they operate from the wrong mindset. First, chasing attention. When a man constantly tries to impress, prove, or display his worth, he signals insecurity, and people can feel that. You don't attract respect by chasing it. You attract it by embodying it. Second, seeking validation. The moment your self-worth depends on how someone reacts to you, you lose control. Your voice changes. Your posture tightens. Your energy becomes uncertain. And uncertainty breaks attraction instantly. A grounded man does not ask, "Am I enough?" He already knows. Third, competing with youth. Trying to imitate younger men is a losing game. Because your strength is not in looking younger. Your strength is in being fully who you are. Age, when embraced, becomes presence. And presence is far more powerful than appearance. The Stoic practice, 12 minutes of power. You don't need drastic changes. You don't need external upgrades. You need alignment. And that begins with a simple daily discipline. 12 minutes. That's all. First, silence. Sit with yourself. No distractions. No noise. Feel your life as it is, without needing anything more. Let that be enough. Second, detached interaction. Visualize yourself speaking to someone, calm, relaxed, present. No expectations. No pressure. No need to impress. Just presence. Third, self-recognition. Remember who you are. Your struggles. Your victories. Your resilience. Not ego, but truth. Over time, something shifts. Your nervous system slows down. Your mind becomes quieter. Your presence becomes stronger. And people notice. Not because you try, but because you don't. The power of calm presence. Let me tell you something most men overlook. People don't remember what you say. They remember how they feel around you. A man who is calm, centered, and emotionally steady creates a sense of safety. And safety is rare, especially today. When someone feels at ease in your presence, they naturally want to stay longer. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. You are not past your prime. This is where most men get it wrong. They think their best years are behind them. But the truth is, your power doesn't come from youth. It comes from self-mastery. And self-mastery takes time. What you have now, if you choose to develop it, is far more valuable than anything you had before. Clarity, patience, control, final truth. You don't need to become someone new. You don't need to chase attention. You don't need to compete. All you need is to stop abandoning yourself. Because the moment you stand fully in who you are, without needing approval, without chasing outcomes, without pretending, you become something rare. A man who is grounded, a man who is centered, A man who is untouchable,